This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cercio.
And I'm your host who thinks a giant mage battle should last the entire episode, David Spades.
This episode is our weekly anime review, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
Weekly anime review. We have all the anime to review this week.
Yes, we have a full slate, which is awesome. This is the first time it's happened in about like 3 weeks.
I know. I feel like even though we have every anime review this week, this is going to be one of the shorter ones of the season.
Yeah.
I feel like majority of the episodes, not a ton of stuff happened.
No.
There's one specifically where I think a lot of stuff happened. But
oh, yeah, a ton. But
yeah, like you said, Frieren at the top. We'll get to that. Still a good episode. The show's still amazing.
it was a great episode. It was amazing. But
let's just jump right into it.
yeah, alrighty.
Let's start with solo leveling.
Nothing happened.
Nothing really happened.
Nothing happened.
Really happened.
A lot of setup, which is good,
Yeah.
which is really cool. I think the big point of this episode was that, like, oh, there's an island where even the S rankers couldn't defeat it and all this stuff. And they're going to go back there, and they're not going to be able to defeat it again still. But don't worry, we have a soul leveler who can just get infinitely stronger. That was pretty much the big thing of the episode. Like, I know there's a lot of exposition talking about this and this new construction guild that's trying to, like, start their own thing. And, like, that's going to cause friction. Whatever.
I want to see more of the guilds because they keep showing the Hunters Guild, which is, once again, I will say over and over again, horrible name for a guild of hunters. Everyone else has like cool names: Fame Guild, something else, Reaper Guild.
I mean, but I think you said it a while ago. No, like they're assholes for doing that because now it's just like they're all hunters. Everyone out there's hunters, but they're the Hunters Guild.
Yes.
I mean, it could just be a great marketing ploy.
Could be.
Yeah.
But the one thing is when his dad's like, he names all five of them. They're all competing against each other. He's like, they have a monopoly. I'm like, what are you, like a white girl American? Do you not know what monopoly means? Like, a monopoly is one business.
Yeah,
controls it all.
And they're all.
There
are clearly 5 businesses there. That's not a monopoly.
Amazon's a monopoly. I'm like, really? You can't buy things in other places?
Yeah, I know.
Just Amazon? It has anyways.
So stupid.
But there was that exposition. It was a big, like, even he talks about the tower once again, and he got a bingo card, which is definitely going to be
Definitely something, yeah.
Definitely going to be something. And then we see.
I got the bingo card was already punched too. Means that maybe he's been doing things for the bingo card. Like maybe those are all representing things he needed to do or something like that.
Yeah, I never. Is that like the punch ones are the ones he got? Is that how that works?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
I've never played bingo like with the actual bingo card.
Oh, I mean, I imagine
that would make more sense.
That makes more sense. Yeah, because you can't put those back in.
I guess didn't he have bingo on some of them though? Then. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't really look at it that hard. But then that and the S rank girl running around.
And the B rank girl the healer still having a hard time. Which
my
point about that is like, I get it. I totally understand the trauma. That was a horrible thing you went through. Maybe you should give up being a hunter. But once again, you have magic healing abilities. Walk into any hospital. They will give you a job.
I know.
You can just fix people with magic.
They really explained in this episode because the old guy's back. The one-armed guy who's actually
I'm glad he's back
awesome.
around, yeah.
They really explained it. He's like, you got your leg back. He's like, oh, must have had a great healer.
It's like, yep. Oh, thank you for giving my explanation for me.
It's like, okay.
Thank you for just comfortably giving me an excuse to not tell you what happened. I like that. I will say if I had that terrible event happen to me in the dungeon and then I got put back with that same exact squad, I would have left instantly.
Oh yeah,
I would have like, nope, I'm not doing this. This is bad. This is bad luck. This is not a good situation here.
Yep.
Last time we did this, it was a disaster. I don't want this. I'll take the hit on this one.
And I saved you guys all last time.
Yep, I'm good. I know any one of them. Like if I was any one of them, I'd be like, no, working with one of them, fine. Two of them, fine. But the sole survivors,
the only
ones, I was like, no.
No.
Absolutely not. I think there's a girl actually that lived too, but no one saw. She wasn't there.
I don't remember.
All the way back in the dungeon, she was like the first one to run out, and they were all like, "Oh, she got out."
Yeah.
And but I'd be like, "No, I'm not. I can't work with you guys. Sorry, bye." This is and they made it even worse with the worst idea on the planet, bringing hunter criminals.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah,
like I understand the concept. Like they're clearly horrible because the guy gets out and classically anime drawn evil, and he's like, "Oh, look at this girl, want to play with me?" Which instantly would have been like, "Kill that man."
Yeah,
not kill him, but
put him back in the van, and send him away.
I can understand the concept if they had like 2 A rankers take like What do they need? How many people do they need? 10?
8? No, maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Whatever.
It's a D-rank dungeon. It shouldn't be that many.
Whatever you need, the amount you need, and then you bring you just bring that many criminals, and then you bring 2 A rankers to watch them.
It's 8. It's 8 because
okay.
there's 5 there, and then the 3 convicts got out, and the B rank guy that's watching them doesn't count.
He doesn't count because he's probably not doing anything.
He's just making sure they don't do shit.
So yeah, so I would grab 6 convicts, and then you can grab 8 convicts, and then 2 A rankers to watch them. That's how it should work. Convicts just go with the convicts.
Yeah.
Don't put them with normal people.
Yeah.
And then not that convicts aren't people. They definitely are people. But like, not the anime ones. The anime ones are like...
The anime ones are monsters.
That's
what they
Griffith.
do. Yeah. Berserk action there.
David's just finished Berserk.
Yeah.
Finally,
actually working on the manga now, shockingly.
Yeah.
Very, very rare for me to do that.
It's a good manga to probably read.
It's dark. It's just as dark as the show.
Well, I mean, like, just because, like, the fights are cool in the show, but they're like,
I mean, he's swinging a sword.
Although
I don't know what it's supposed to be like. I mean, I've seen some cover art. His arm gets cool. Like, really cool. Cool. I'm pumped to see that. But anyways.
Yeah, convicts. And that's pretty much the gist of the episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really happened. The next episode was great, but this was, after coming off a week of not doing a recap episode, I expected a little more. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever.
Yeah, and then let's move on to an anime number 2, Shangri-La Frontier.
Oh, this was great.
This was a very good episode.
It was a great episode.
Speaking of an episode where nothing really happens, but everything happens.
This episode where it's different. The exposition in Soul Leveling was like, oh, okay, cool, I guess,
setting
whatever.
Yeah.
This one was exposition where it's like, I need to know what's going on. They all have cool items, but that they got out of that fight. But Sunraku's is still the best one. The Codex where you can learn the Weathermon stuff.
Clear Sky.
Yeah.
But Sky Clear. One of the two.
It's Clear Sky turns into Sky. No, Sky Clear turns into Clear Sky.
Whatever.
That's how it works. That's how the attack works.
One of those.
Yeah.
Things. Anyways, what I like about the exposition here, though, is exposition in Soul Leveling is great, but when Sunraku, Katetsu, and Pencilgon are doing the exposition, I watch them exposition anything.
Hilarious.
They're amazing. They're hilarious together.
What
First of all,
trio.
I love the start episode with Katsu there. He's like, the tournament's in a week, so I got to prepare for it, even though Shangri-La Frontier is so great. And he's like, but they're getting so far ahead of me, it's annoying. Whatever, I got to prepare for the tournament. And then Sunraku message is like,
check out your items.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, I got to do it. First of all,
dude, how his rig is sick. I mean, it must pay to be a pro gamer.
Yeah, I imagine if gaming looked like that, then yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'd dedicate my whole life to it.
Yeah, because I imagine like you actually have to be like, I know it's all in your mind, but I imagine there's like, but since it's like
you have reaction speed and all that crap.
Since it's actually your body moving and stuff, I imagine you gotta be like pretty physically fit.
I don't know about that. What do you mean their body's not actually moving. It's their avatar. It's all in the mind.
Yeah, it's all in the mind, but like I think they need to understand. Like that's why Sunraku's so bad. Like he understands.
That I guess I can understand that.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I like the thing. I think I see it as actually more just like how we are good with a game controller. I think it's the same concept that way. Like their mind is just playing the game.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I could see it. That does kind of make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reaction speed more than anything. That makes sense.
Yeah. We have no way to prove this, but you know.
Well, I'm imagining it's one of those where someone like knew, like, because in their brain the reflexes of like fighting, like they'd probably be better at fighting. But at the same time, when you're fighting snakes, I don't think it really would matter at that point. But I like seeing him. He looks like he would be, his character's a girl, but he looks like it would be his brother pretty much. But they're super hilarious. Those items are really cool. I did like how the mech suit things, he can't use them. I like how they all have that dungeon.
They all share the area.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that's only 3 of them too. It's like, yes.
Yeah. I like how you can't use them. I like how you need the suits to use the swords.
Yes.
And stuff. I like that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I do love how Okatsu there is just like, I got the thing.
And Pencilgon's like,
yeah, spit on Sunraku. He's like,
the second time, she's like, did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know. She really did, because it wasn't even that big of a thing. He's like, I'll tell you.
All right.
I love that he told them they're like, what does it require? And he's like telling them, they're like, what are you, crazy?
I knew when he told them I knew when he said, I'll tell you the unlock requirements, like, they're gonna hate you for this. It's gonna be such bullshit. You fought a random encounter against a unique monster. That was your whole thing.
I'm always explaining it too, like, okay, this is what I did, blah 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 blah, and they're just like, this is not normal.
Yeah, F you, dude. What the
Yeah, I
hell?
know.
What is this? Yeah, I mean, even Oketsu.
Yeah.
Even pointed out, it's like, I'm not going to do that, you acrobatic bastard.
I know, I
Like,
love that line. That's such a good
even though
line.
he's a monk, he should be able to.
Yeah, but I think Sanraku's just more skilled.
I agree. His reaction, I think his reaction speed's higher.
Yeah.
They bring that up a lot in the show, actually. Especially even this when they're playing rock paper scissors, to see whoever lost had to be the leader of the clan, which is hilarious. And even Pencil Gun points out, it's like, I can't beat their reaction speed. Why did I try to do this? This is stupid. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, that's hilarious.
Sanraku reminds me of Let Me Solo Her. You know,
That absolute fucking champ.
yeah, that's what it reminds me of, because he wears just a actually.
He pretty much has the same.
When did this anime come out?
I don't know when the manga. I don't know when the manga.
I mean, when the manga come out, because it's kind of like his whole thing. He wears nothing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he has
Let Me Solo Her. They came back. That was back all the way back in Dark Souls 3, right? That first.
I
don't
know when Let Me Solo. Let Me Solo Her. I thought I don't know when he came around, but I know Let Me Solo Her is about Melania from Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But I don't know the first time he came around. But now that I think about it, it's like he's like kind of built pretty similar.
Kind of just like him, yeah.
Like he's wearing a thing, so you can't see his face, and he's like pretty much wearing nothing else, and his whole thing is he just dodges and dodges and dodges.
Yeah.
We don't have to look into this.
And he just has like a mask.
Yeah, we don't have to look into this.
That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's true,
yeah, obviously. But let's just get to the funniest parts.
Obviously.
First, before we get to the funniest parts.
Okay. All right.
One, when they first of all picking Pencil Gun,
Amazing.
that was what I love is she's like, I don't want this, and I love when she's in the front center and it shows Oketsu and Sanraku in the background like me.
I know.
That always cracks me up.
I just like how I like the idea of like that none of them want it because they know it's gonna be so much extra work having to run an in-game guild sort of thing, or clan sort of thing. It's like, oh,
she makes the most sense though.
Which 100%. She is a shred. She's in that Kingdom game where they all met. She was literally the leader of the world. She ran, and then she lost to two just dudes who were barreling their way through it.
That's so true.
It was hilarious. She makes totally the most sense. She is definitely the most put together out of the two of them.
She's the smartest out of
100%. 100%.
What a great trio.
Yeah, no.
What a great trio.
They're the coolest. I love how they all just think exactly the same, too. It's amazing. So that was great. When they had to pick the names, that was one Pencil Gun, Chan, and her Aaron boys.
Wait, Sanraku was like, I was a fan.
I mean, that would be a hilarious spring.
Wolfgang makes sense.
It does make more sense. It's still an anime, but that would have been hilarious. Like a gamer, gamers would have done that.
Oh yeah, 100%,
they would have picked that ridiculous.
That's why he was like, yeah, totally fine with that. That was hilarious. And then the best scene of it all is when the random kid comes walking in, and I just
the Wolf Guild.
I just love how they're all like super serious, not looking. And he's like, I'm looking for these people, and they're like,
looking for
never heard of them.
Looking for Arthur Pencilgon, Oiketsu, Sanraku. He's reading their names, and it's like. And when they literally just knocked him over, and it's like, no, sorry, never heard of him.
Yeah, I love that they don't want the popularity.
No, they don't want it at all because they know that these leeches of gamers will try to get all the information out of him. And the kid was from the Lysagon Guild.
Yeah,
so
is that what that guild is called? I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what they're called exactly, but they're the guild dedicated to hunting the wolf. Same one the Attack Master or Psyker Zero's from. But anyways, yeah, when he's just trying
also Attack Master.
Yeah, Attack Master, yeah. But when he's chasing him down, Sanraku's like, oh no, my name's not Sanraku, it's Samraku or something like that. He changed it barely.
He just said Samraku.
Yeah.
He barely changed it.
It's like, you're lying. It's like, well, you can read the name of his head. Like, you're totally lying. I was dying. I just like how there's so much, like, that kid's been in the game for a while. He's part of a huge guild. He's probably really strong and all that stuff. And they're just better than everybody. Yeah. Like, they outran him, they dodged him. They split up perfectly too.
They had plans, but they're split up and everything.
They're just better gamers than everybody.
Yeah, they're gonna get super popular, and it's gonna be. Actually, that is one thing I'd like to see in the outside world is like their popularity grow.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because except for Shanaku's just living his life as a high schooler, like blah blah blah. But Arthur Pencilgon there, she's an actual model, blah blah. Yeah. And then Katsu there, he's like a super rich gamer. I'm like, hey, maybe help out this.
Yeah, maybe maybe throw him a bone.
Toss him some dough.
Yeah, I know.
But we did skip the one part. We're gonna go super into detail it. Pencilgon's super awesome sword, which I can't wait to freaking see. It's gonna be sick. It's being held by the guild with that she got her a balance thing from. I'm not going to get super detailed in it. She saved the item, blah, blah, blah. And then she has a super cool sword that we haven't seen yet.
Can't wait to see it.
Or spear, I can't remember.
She said weapon.
She said weapon. It's probably a spear.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that Soraka's like, oops, I forgot to give her back that sword. And
I mean, I feel like, it's not that bad since my D&D character does that, so it's not that bad.
What?
Just keep swords.
No, keep swords, but this one seemed kind of evil.
It definitely did seem evil, yeah.
And like the fact that they just, didn't he call it like an evil looking sword?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like, I don't know. I think he'll be fine with it.
No, I think it's gonna do something super cool.
Yeah.
And then I think she's gonna be like, "That's mine."
Yep.
I think that's what he'll be like. He'll be like, "Mine now."
Oh, sorry, ownership was transferred. Oh no.
I don't know what it is, but just every time Amul pops on screen, I just start laughing.
Angry Amul was amazing today. I
love that.
Just steamed for no reason.
I love when she's like, "Big sis B."
And then Rabbit was pissed that she bled him dry already.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he spent all of his money there already. And she was like,
she goes,
can't buy my stuff.
She goes,
and he literally points out, it's like, you damn fucking Rabbit. Like, that was great. Dude, just the Vorpal Bunnies, what a great NPCs they are. Every single one of them has been amazing. Even though random little shopkeep guy that pops up. One, they're all just so good. And I can't wait to see what he does to level up.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Master blacksmith to an ancient blacksmith.
That's also a cool idea.
Yeah, great.
When he was like, I thought he was gonna be like, I'll do it. And
it's like, no, I can progress an NPC.
And I thought that was really cool.
Which is like, think about it, it's like upgrading your base essentially.
Yeah.
Like you're making stuff better that way. So it's like,
when they were like,
so cool.
Let me in on the unique scenario. I was like, no.
Yeah, I know. I was like, no, you can't have it.
No. He only has a Vorpal soul.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a Vorpal soul? Anyways,
it's a how do Mool say it? It's a Vorpal soul. Vorpal soul's a Vorpal soul.
SLF mini was the weakest one I think they've had yet.
Oh, 100%.
It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. Just so Katsu there just setting up his thing. It really wasn't that crazy. But let's move on to I say we'll say our episodes of the week when we go over the episode.
Okay.
This is my episode of the week. Probably yours also.
This is mine as well.
Mashle, Magic and Muscles, season 2.
Yep.
Oh, I messed that up. Season
2.
I
know.
This show is so good.
I know. I don't know how this show balances. It might be one of the situations, like Shangri-La Frontier does it really well too, but it balances the like seriousness and the action so well with the comedy. I'm skipping way far ahead in the episode, but when Mash is just doing that comedic run over the carbon things, it was like, I watched that scene 10 times because I was laughing so hard at it. It was so good.
I know I watched it before you,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was thinking, I was like, Dave's gonna love this episode, because like it was intense as shit.
It was.
Like, first of all, you had Wahlberg, Dumbledore,
badass Dumbledore.
Oh yeah.
Way more badass Dumbledore.
First off, already great at the episode. I loved when Wahlberg, first of all, he scares the guy. That's a great scene.
Yeah.
He just by sheer like energy and just like, meh.
It's killing intent.
But the way Innocent Zero and Wahlberg pull out their staffs, wands. First of all, of course, theirs are cooler than everyone else's.
Oh yeah, of course.
Everybody else's. I love that. Like at first, I was like, when Innocent Zero's was like, kind of looks like a dartboard. Didn't realize it's a clock, which is awesome.
He's Kronos.
Yeah,
and I liked how they're both like ancient Greek. Like he's Kronos. Whatever Wahlberg was Uranus, so it's like technically like Kronos' dad. Yeah, like that was funny.
First of all, his staff thing is awesome.
I want to know what it does.
I know. First of all, he's so strong that he got people out of the spell.
Yeah, out of time,
which is awesome. And of course, he got the exact right people. Because first, whatever spinny red-haired ribbon, white-haired guy with his sword of black energy or whatever.
Oh, the fire cane or whatever.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he's sick.
I love that guy.
His sword is badass.
His sword's badass.
He's not even using real magic.
No.
Like, he's just using the sword. It's like, can I see what you can do? Because you see him already badass with the sword. Let me see what you can do.
The sand guy is strong, but
I don't like the sand guy. He already fucked up.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Yeah. He tried to get Mash killed. Yeah. He's a piece of shit because he tried to get Mash killed because someone said we're thinking about changing the rules maybe if this kid can do well. So like. But he was like, no, I like the rules, and we're going to do them this way. And it's like, dude, if they just like decided to change the rules right there immediately, would you have been like, oh, well, no, Mash is fine. He's cool now. It's like, this kid's so stupid. I hate this guy. And I hate that he looks so cool.
I know he does.
He looks so cool.
Yeah. I will say two things. I think you are right from last week. I think he just calls Mash his son because he's crazy.
Oh, Innocent Zero. Yeah, because he was calling everyone his family. Yeah, no.
He's crazy. Also, his squad is just the most disgusting looking individuals
Dude,
ever.
There's one that likes to beat up babies.
I know.
Like,
didn't even think about it.
That's his magic. He literally turns you into a baby, and then he wails on you.
Let's talk about that scene when he turned Dot, and when Lance and Dot were both a baby, and I love how all the baby words are just and they're just like,
I can't understand you.
That was
We got multiple scenes of them dodging and rolling. I was this is so good. There are times when sometimes in anime where like they'll reuse certain frames just for like the hell of it to like save time. But there's times where a comedy does it like this, where they use the exact same frame for the exact same thing over and over again. It's like this is comic gold. I love this,
and I just love that. I love the spell just says baby.
Baby.
That's the spell. Like, baby. You're all right. He's like, I enjoy that. What a weird. I'm glad Lance is awesome.
I know.
Oh, first of all, it always is cool when Wahlberg and Innocent are both like, they're just marks with like.
Oh yeah, because their stabs are technically that's their we saw a couple episodes ago with
Rain.
That's their third, thirdeth, whatever the hell they call it. Their magic, because it's secondeth and then there's third or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember either. But regardless, that's their thing, and it's like that's their super special magic. Woo!
Yeah,
because we keep adding levels to magic.
It was super cool.
Yeah, when they both called down their extra marks there, I was like,
I know. I was one of those things. It's just like, you remember in Harry Potter? I can't remember what it was when Dumbledore fights Voldemort.
Yep.
And it's actually just like, okay.
I don't know. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight.
Yeah,
it was a good fight.
For the time, it was a great fight.
For the time, it was a great fight. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
Just as you're like, and first of all, Dumbledore's old as balls at that point.
True. Yeah.
But this one, I'm like, this is exactly what we wanted.
Teleported him in the sky. That's all he did. That's all that really happened.
What I'm interested is, I don't know how strictly you were paying attention to this part. I was on a bike, so I couldn't really remember. But so Adam was Innocent Zero, Wahlberg's teacher. Was there a third student? And did Innocent Zero make his face look like him? Because remember, he's like, Wahlberg got mad when he changed his face.
What I think, okay, for this Adam guy, this evil, maybe not evil Adam guy that changed his shape. Well, if one of his students is Innocent Zero, that's where I'm torn. Because Wahlberg's great, but there's Innocent Zero.
The way he was described, too.
He seemed like a bad guy.
Yeah, the godly power that no one could stop. I'm like, that implies people were trying to stop him.
Yeah. So that was Adam. He shaped the world. Looks like there was 3 students.
Okay, I'm thinking
because there was red, blue, and yellow. We know so there's Wahlberg and Innocent Zero. I don't think Innocent Zero made himself look like the third guy.
But why was
I think Innocent Zero. Because I think Innocent Zero, whatever he's doing to himself. So like I think that blank slate.
Yeah.
That's his real form now.
Yeah,
and that's what Wahlberg's. Yeah. But then he turned himself like, oh, would you call me your friend if I look like this?
Yeah.
I think he just turned back into because there were students. He turned back into what he used to look like.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Probably. I'm gonna go with you on that one.
Yeah.
But I thought it was because he looked like the other kid for a second.
If that's true, it's even better storytelling. But yeah. I think he just made himself look like the way he would.
When it showed 3 of them, I was like, you sons of a guns.
I know. Where's the third one?
He's definitely dead.
Oh, 100%. Innocent Zero also is whipping out some fucking reincarnation jutsu from Naruto.
Oh my god, I was dying laughing. I wish we watched this episode together because when he did like that, first of all, sick spell, a forbidden spell, which always sounds cool.
Oh, it was nice.
And it like opened up and there's like a thing. I was like, oh, he just summoned something. Davis is losing his mind.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Davis loves summoning.
I wonder if it's the third student that might be dead.
Ooh.
And it looks like there's a time limit on it, too, so it's going to be pretty powerful summon.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep. I'm really excited for next week.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Also, MASH was amazing. He's barely in the episode, actually, which is really think about it. Even the show's all about him. But when he kicks the tower down, that was awesome. But the best scene about him kicking the tower down, in my opinion, when the kid was like, we meet again. And MASH is like, oh, yeah, from the...
we sat next to each other on the first day of school. It's like,
and he's like, do you not remember me?
I know. Of course, MASH doesn't. It was so stupid.
And then when MASH finally remembers them, he's just like, well, you just did the same thing again.
Yeah. So I don't know. Second time, I got it. Don't worry about it. Dude, that animation when he's running. When it was like, I see where the scene's happening, he's shooting all the stuff at him. The guy's face is just like,
yeah.
And it's MASH going. It's
also,
like, what is this?
We talk about One Piece, and I think Mashle just nails it to the biggest T. It's like it's so satisfying when someone just gets punched.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
And just watching him just get rocked by MASH was awesome.
I definitely don't think that's it because it was weird. He's not down because remember last time MASH fought him, he had some friggin' stupid Gaara face armor on. Remember how Gaara had like sand made that armor looked like his exact body.
He's got like carbon armor.
Yeah, or like that. But I don't think that will matter to MASH too much. I don't think it'll break it all. So that'll be so good. This was they actually added. I noticed this. I caught this in the opening. I'm pretty sure they added another frame to the. So instead, remember when he's doing bing bong bong bing dancing around? It used to be MASH. They cut a frame in where it's like all of his friends, like Wahlberg's in it.
Oh.
That little dorky assistant's in, the kid running around. He's in it too. Yeah,
the white guy is on his way too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Another Kane will be good, but I don't think it matters how many Kanes show up right now. Wahlberg's doing. Apparently, Wahlberg is the idea of the Divine Visionary. Apparently, Adam was the Divine Visionary and all that stuff, but Wahlberg was also Divine Visionary, and the rest of these guys are Divine Visionaries, I think.
Yeah.
Because Wahlberg is so much stronger than all of them.
I love how he put it. He's just I'm too old, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, you seem like you're just better than everyone.
Yeah, dude, I think the story of them being like a sibling students is so cool. Great. Oh, it was a great add-on. When they said that, I was like, yes, this makes so much sense. I love this.
Great episode. Of the week. We finally set our episode.
We did it.
Episode of the week. If we actually had an editor, I would literally have it on the screen go like.
That'd be cool.
But
I don't know how
we don't have an editor, so I don't care.
And I don't know how to do that. So
more listeners, we get more editor. We can get an editor. But let's move on to Frieren Beyond
Journeys End.
Yes.
Because her journey ended.
Yes.
It's still going.
This episode was pretty. Not much. The only thing with Frieren I'll give it this: when nothing happens in Frieren, it's still really good.
Exactly, it's good storytelling.
I love like when she tells the story of them at their old dungeon.
Oh and they played the music.
And what's his name?
The priest.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Heinrich.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's hungover.
He's hungover and just out. I like how when they're doing the final attack on the boss, they just like, for some reason, they just animate him like over crystals. Like they moved him for no reason. I was dying laughing. There is just times, I know this show is about the current generation and all this stuff and Frieren teaching them and all that stuff. When this show ends, I would be fine with a prequel show about that group. Oh, yeah, I want to see. I know we'll get the whole gist of it probably, but I want to see them so bad. They seem so funny.
They seem so great.
Yeah.
What a great concept of a show, though. We'll say it over and over again, but the concept is so good. So this episode mainly is just them planning. First of all, I do like in Frieren how like when they have plans or things, they kind of just like skip over them a little bit.
Yeah.
Once again, no one's yelling at Sense for showing up in the dungeon like an absolute jerk.
They should be. Yeah. When that guy showed up, I was like, you all should be berating Sense.
Yeah, it's like, why did you come in?
You should not be here. You fucked over a team for no reason.
I like the concept though that all the replicas are going to be coming to that.
Yeah, that's smart.
And how Frieren was. I actually like, even though like it would be nice for the whole entire episode, it totally makes sense that the Frieren Fern versus replica Frieren fight does not actually last that long. They're two so powerful.
I know.
Mages. Like, so it's like, how long can this fight really last?
Yeah, it's two unstoppable forces. What happens?
I love though her face when she fights. Right when the replica one, it was like blowing the thing in the face, and Frieren just it's always a blank stare. Like she just does not care.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're so fucking strong.
I like how they both unleashed insane magic too. That was like, because we haven't seen Frieren do that really.
Dude, magic was crazy.
The magic was nuts. There was lava and there was purple lightning everywhere and all this stuff. I love that her weakness is such a basic beginner level thing that she has never fixed, and now it's just like an ingrained habit for her over 1,000 years.
I did love though, they're like, why didn't you say anything? She's like, I don't know, it's because it's embarrassing.
I know.
My favorite part of the fight, but beyond the beautiful like massive magic, was when Frieren and the replicant Frieren were like, it showed cool, quick, fast camera angles of like them both moving their wands, trying to see an opening and then blocking the opening.
Yeah.
Do you remember this right in the beginning?
Yeah.
Like they showed their defenses moving and they're both doing the exact same move, looking for. I was like, that was awesome.
When Frieren smiled, when she smiled, and the replica knew it got too, because he saw the replica react the way she would. And then just Fern with her dead eye stare, just like, you're dead.
Yeah. That was cool. I love the little background effect too of like, it's like she's like, well, Fern, you've always been part of the spell. Like I have not always been part of this. Like,
true.
Yeah. And like, I like, even though the show's not that long, when they showed young Fern blowing a hole, like I was like,
look how big you've gotten.
Yeah, you've grown so much.
My only complaint about this episode, I have two complaints. One, the Frieren fight, I understand it was fast and it was great. It was cool. That's the way it should be. I wanted it to be longer, but it's fine. A lot of this episode was wasted on just planning and talking and stuff.
My complaint about that isn't that the fight should have been longer, yes. But my complaint about the fight should be longer.
It should have been longer, but it'd been cool if it was.
No, it could have gone like 2 minutes longer.
Yeah.
But like instead of like showing so much planning, it's like instead of that part where you cut in the fight to show Frieren talking to the older elf.
Serene, Seer, it's close. It's come like that. Yeah.
So you could put that before the fight.
I know. I love the way. I know. I love the way that because when Fern comes around the corner and then it cuts, I was so angry. I was so angry. But then I don't hate that cut because the way it just worked out perfectly right there when it cuts back to her and humanity, pretty much it was Serene, I'm gonna call her Serene for now, was like, humanity's gonna do pretty cool stuff really soon, and it's just like Frieren was like, yeah, I know, and then it cuts right back to a human doing insanely cool stuff.
I like it. A mere 1,000 years,
and I really, really liked that cutscene. I thought it was so good because
when Kid Flama though I was like, ooh,
and then just we're sitting here I'm sitting there the entire time. It's like, oh, this elf is being such an asshole right now. Blah blah blah. I trained her on a whim, whatever. And then of course, these stupid elves, sentimental as fuck about this little kid that it's a girl, right?
Flama?
No, not Flama. The elf that trained her.
I have no idea.
I think it's a girl.
I think
it has a chest. I'm not 100% sure.
I think
I'm gonna go with the girl right now. And she's just like, oh, look at me. You do care. You do care so much. Oh, these emotionless elves.
No.
Try to hide everything. But it was that was so good. I loved Flama's backstory. God, Flama is such a good character. What an awesome person.
Flama is awesome. She wanted all of humanity to be able to use magic.
And then she got it.
Yeah,
she founded something insane.
Flama's a babe too.
100%. 100%. All the way to the point where she died.
Oh yeah, old
Flama would do. 100%. No problem.
But that's why I love it, because that's such a good connection of that's the whole story overall. It's Frieren realized that when the party ended in the beginning, she's like, oh, who cares, whatever. Yeah. And as the show's going on, she's like when she was like, when Fern's like, are you happy right now? And she's like, yeah, it's reminding me. And I was like, oh yes, this show was so good.
And I'll always have a storyline where it's like, yeah, humanity is badass. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much these immortal elves are pretty much saying it's like they're gonna get stuff done really fast. I mean, they developed. They're the ones that Frieren didn't crack Zoltok. Humans did. Yeah, humans did. And they made the defenses for it, and they also stole the fly spell from the demons. Mm-hmm. This show is all about really not all about, but really about humans are the shit when it comes to just figuring shit out. And it's I love it. I love that storyline. It's amazing.
You know what make the show really good is that I hope it lasts for a long time. I will actually say it's currently right now it's probably my favorite in the current rotation we have. Yeah. I just think the story is so beautiful and wonderful. And
it's amazing.
I can't get enough of it. Mashle is absolutely amazing, and Shangri-La Frontier is also amazing. But there's just something about the story that just makes me go, ooh. But
I don't want this show to last forever. I want 4 or 5 seasons.
Well,
I want it to be a complete story.
I want it to be a complete story, but I just hope Frieren dies at the end.
Oh, yeah, that could happen. Yeah. That could definitely happen. I don't know.
That's always just nice. She just goes off. Or actually, no, she doesn't need to die at the end. They just need to make it to heaven.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they can see Himmel again. Yeah.
But what was your second complaint about the episode? You said you had 2 complaints.
Oh, when it's complete, not complete. That cut when they cut into the backstory, then that Fern cut, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That annoyed the shit out of me. But then it was good, so I'm torn. That's my second
complaint.
Okay. Yeah, that was that. That was about it.
An amazing episode. I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for all these shows.
I know.
And then, spoiler alert, on to One Piece.
Egghead Island. Good stuff. This episode, classic One Piece fashion, we're going to talk a little bit about the backstory and not give you anything at all, pretty much. Mm-hmm. I did that.
That's all the books are saved.
I felt so good for Robin. I was feeling, when Robin started crying, I was like, yeah, I feel this one. That Buster call was one of the worst things ever happened in the show. So I felt, and seeing the Clover guy again, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. That hurt. That hurt.
Robin's mom and Saul.
I did
who's probably alive now.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. After that preview.
But when Vegapunk was Vegapunk 1 was
Vegapunk Prime. Vegapunk, oh no, Shaka. I know what you mean.
Shaka, yeah. When he was he's like, well, anyone who knows this could be killed. And just Usopp no! I was like, Usopp, you idiot.
Usopp was, I will say though, he won the episode for me. When he lost his mind, it's like, no, I don't want to hear. He smashed his head off the back. I was like, this is hilarious. This is Usopp. This is so stupid. Usopp, you are a global enemy. They have you on wanted posters everywhere. You have an insane bounty. This is what you're concerned about. The Navy's gonna kill you regardless if you know this. I was like, you idiots. You're so stupid.
I know. So I mean, it was. We didn't learn anything new except for the books. That is
the books is a big thing. Yeah.
We'll find out the name of the place soon. But We did, like, I think at least I can remember, we were pretty sure we already knew that the 20
something like that. I think we
people attacked one thing.
Yeah.
We kind of had that, like, but now it's confirmed, which is always good. Confirming things is always good.
It's cool though that we didn't know that that country was so far technologically advanced that like they all had to combine to destroy it, which is like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
The technology they have is pretty nuts.
I know.
I will say before we get back to the Robin and everything, I'm gonna struggle with Vegapunk. I hate his tongue.
Yeah,
put it in your mouth. Like I know it's like a lot of people make jokes of like the was it the
Einstein.
Not Einstein, no. The king of Rijwa, like whatever it is with the tall pointy
yeah.
Like that's like the leader, and like, you know, we haven't seen. It's like everyone makes all these jokes. I've seen like multiple memes about it where it's like they show like how intense and dramatic it can look, but it's like, but it's Oda, so and then just like the most cartoony looking
That's
shit.
true, yeah.
And it's like, I get Vegapunk is like weird looking and all this kind of stuff, but like the tongue, like it's massive, dude. Like,
but it's supposed to be Einstein.
Yeah, I know thing, but it's like whatever.
I don't think I'm gonna have the bigger problem with it. I thought I was going to, because Vegapunk looks so weird, and then he started talking. I was like, you know what? I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, the weirdness. I'm actually interested to see why his head went from gigantic to an apple.
Because he made everyone else. He put his brain in everyone else.
That's
why another thing I really liked about the episode, because Shaka said it. Like, they are actually all Vegapunk. He said, I went to the island, and it was Vegapunk Prime as himself, because he had that giant head back then. So I think he removed all of his brain and put it into all the other ones, which is like, that makes sense. That's why they all have different personality traits.
Okay, that does make sense. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even really put that two and two together on that one.
Yeah,
I did like in the episode too, even though it like no information was happening, Chopper and Luffy were absolutely
this is one of the best split ups ever.
Yeah, I know.
Because they are just a fucking unit.
When
they're hilarious.
When they combined, they're like, combine. And I was like, and Julie Bonnie's like, what is going on?
What are you even doing? And they're just shouting random things at the robot to get activated. It's like, you two are idiots.
Robot-chan, Robonosuke. Like, I was like, Miracle Robot. I was like, you guys are such idiots.
When they both inflated to like to stop their cushion their fall, it's like, you guys are morons. I love it so much.
I love the hover boots. Those are cool as hell.
Well, first of all, when Vegapunk came in, that was nuts. He just phased into existence because it was the thing he was doing. But yeah, now that Luffy knows the hover boots, it's like, he's never touching the ground again.
Nope.
He's not gonna touch it again.
Nope. But next episode looks so cool. I can't wait to see Dragon and everything.
Oh, dude, let's go.
It's gonna be so cool.
Let's go.
So
based on the preview, it looks like Saul's alive too, because no one ever dies in One Piece. That's gonna be that'll actually be really good for Robin eventually. You know,
that will be.
This was a big episode for her. Save all those books saving. It was like, Robin.
That was cool. I didn't even think about that.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. I can't wait for next week for One Piece. One Piece is it's just not slowing down.
Nope. It's not.
But the real question is, what's going on with Law?
I know. I want to know so bad.
Who knows? But yep, great anime as always.
Yep.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.